rappers. If I send the dressers, they gon' come and stretch.
What it is, it's your boys, Deuce, Teddy, and LaQuille, reporting with the facts, opinions, and BS straight from the top of the key. What's good?
It's cracking lacking on this New Year's Eve.
Hey, it is what it is. Bringing in, ending a beautiful year, the year of Jordan, going smooth into the year of Kobe.
No way, I ain't even think of it like that.
Right. Basketball is always up there.
It is, huh?
Yes, sir.
Got a lot of stuff to cover. It's been a while.
Oh, yes.
Let's get into it. Talk about these Pistons. Boy, they finally get a game under their belt.
Yeah.
Is somebody out there rich if they put the Pistons on their parlay?
Oh, yeah.
They finally beat the Raptors by 2. 129-127.
Hey, look. Free chicken wings. Free chicken wings in Detroit. They said behind the Piston wins, you get free order free chicken wings. They finally get them. Yeah. That's really, look. That's why all the jokes that they've been saying, the people in Detroit ain't eating all the other stuff because they supposed to get the free chicken wings behind their wins. In Detroit, they stopped winning, then they lost 30 in a row. You know how many games, how long 28 games, that's like 2 months worth of games.
Yeah, that's pretty depressing. But shout out to them boys. They finally got the dub. I mean, it's kind of sad we gotta give them this type of attention for a regular season win.
Yeah.
Like, y'all just won one game and it's like y'all won a Super Bowl. Like that's not nothing to be proud of, but hopefully they can go on a run and get some games up in them. But more anticipating is these Grizzlies. Now you did say, because I remember me and Quail was talking about, we saw the Grizzlies possibly winning 2 or 3 or 2 games out of the next 3 games, and they've been not only losing, but they've been getting towed up.
And what did I say?
You said they was gonna lose all 3.
I said, I think they'll lose all 3. Lose all 3. So they don't win from this. This is what the Grizzlies, this is what they big on. Now, I wish Quail was here so he get to flapping his damn lips talking some nonsense. This is what they big on, the celebration. Ain't nothing wrong with the celebrations. But what do we see now when they really went against some top contenders in the West? This is what we see now. They went from all that celebration to hibernation. That's what we see now. Those are the Grizzlies we see now. So like you said, I put out there that I can see them going 0-3. But I give them, put a little respect on their name. I give them 1-2. This is where they lost a lot of respect from me. When they seen they was going against the Nuggets and they had a back-to-back, Ja Morant ain't play. Ain't had no reason not to play. He ain't play. Because the next night he played. So that let me know they looked at their schedule and said, this is a back-to-back. We ain't going to let them play. Now, had they played, you know what I'm saying, right before then, like if that was their second game on a back-to-back, I can understand. That was their first. And they let me look at their schedule and see. So I'm looking at their schedule. Let me see. They did that. Boom, boom, boom. When they played. So they had played 2 nights before the Nuggets. They played the Pelicans, right?
Uh-huh.
So they had a night off and then they was back at it. Ja Morant could have played, but he didn't. Now, everybody know the Nuggets should be the number 1 team in the West. They were at one point in the season. Maybe the number 2. Well, where they standing right now? Let me see where the Nuggets stand right now. They should be, no, they the number 3. So they should be number 1 and number 2. So Ja looking at that, I hate these business moves that they doing. They finicky. They real choosy on when they want to play their stars. Why are we sitting Ja Morant? Y'all, what? They was 5-0 with Ja, right?
Yes, sir.
They were 5-0 with Ja. Why y'all sitting Ja? I was feeling that Ja, like I'm all in that Ja momentum. Like, hey, they really doing it. That was your moment to show you wanted all the smoking that you really back. You going against the top teams in the West. You had the Clippers, who number 4, the Sacramento Kings, who number 5, and then the Denver Nuggets, who number 3. You went against the 3, 4, and the 5, and y'all chose to take the coward way out. That when we disguise that as the business way out, man, I ain't respect that. Because you looked at the Nuggets and you looked at the Clippers and said, we'd rather him play against. We'll rather him play against the Clippers with no Kawhi. That's what they said. We'd rather him play against the Clippers with no Kawhi than to go against the fully staffed minus Aaron Gordon Denver Nuggets. That's what they did. And what happened? What happened when they went against the Nuggets, Teddy?
Almost got 40 ball.
142 to 105. 142 to 105. Jokic was balling. We're going to talk about that next. But this about these Grizzlies hibernating. Go against the Clippers. What happened that game, Teddy?
They lose about almost 10.
It was by 11, 117 to 106. See, Ja Morant came back. No Kawhi Leonard. Y'all still lose. Okay. What happened tonight against the Kings? You played, John. What happened? 123 to 92. You lose by 30 plus. That's so you chose the business decision, and for that you paid the price, bro. You showed your weakness. You showed your hand, bro. Y'all don't do it. Grizzlies, y'all shouldn't have did that. Ja Morant, you should have, man, I don't know. I don't know how much behind this you was, but you should have played, bro. Because that right there, nah, that ain't cool. You had a whole season of sitting out. You had a whole season of sitting out. I don't want to hear no stories about you sick. I don't want to hear none of that. You got Jokic playing MVP ball. This your argument to be like, I got it. I ain't played enough games to be in the running for MVP, but I'm gonna show you why I should be the MVP. That was your moment. And you ain't do that. You ain't do that.
I think we see the Grizzlies for who they truly are. They're a struggling team. They went against some top competition. The Nuggets, the Clips, and the Kings are the, you know what I'm saying, top 5 teams, and they got it handed to them. Now, they shouldn't have lost that bad, especially to the Nuggets, but, you know, no job. But we seeing the Grizzlies for what they truly are.
Yeah.
Like, they not the same Grizzlies that was talking that stuff to the Warriors and stuff 2 seasons ago, a season ago, and all that.
Yeah.
Like they not the same team.
They ain't the Grizzlies who when Ja came back, they was selling. They ain't even that team. That was a mirage.
It was I feel like it was a hype thing, you know, a fresh Ja coming back, spreading news. But now that all of that dust settled, and now that he back in rotation and all of that stuff, whether he play or not, they gonna be a struggling team.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Quell was saying. Even with him, they not a good team. That's what Quell was like. They shouldn't even try to make. But also, but that's what I said. I said the Pelicans dropped the ball. Was up 20 at home, dropped the ball. Then had the ability to win when they was in Memphis. They dropped the ball. I said them other teams in the West not gonna do that, and they didn't do that. They beat the dog shit out of them boys this weekend, and now they finna go into the New Year's with the capital L's. Capital L's. So that's all I gotta say about them, bro. That right there, it did. Like, I'm talking about, my respect level for Ja was like through the roof. I really like his resiliency, and I ain't gonna take away from his resiliency. But what we just did by sitting him out versus Jokic, and then try to go against the Kawhi-less Clippers, because trust and believe, they will do it right. They was gonna do all of that had they won against the Kawhi-less Clippers. Nah, you ain't get the chance.
The Clips still got them
You
dogs
forget,
on her.
they still got three
Paul
future
George.
Hall of Famers. One arguably, Paul George arguably a future Hall of Famer, but Westbrook, first round ballot. Harden, first round ballot.
Right.
PG, you gonna argue. You
probably get in there.
maybe take him 2 times. I don't know.
But still,
Yeah.
regardless if he a Hall of Fame or not, he's still a dog. So
3 franchise players, cornerstone players. They were all of that. They still over there. So look, that's all. Let's go ahead. We already dabbled a little bit talking. I keep doing that. We dabbled a little bit talking about Jokic. Let's go ahead and get into it. My man celebrating.
This man trying to make a run for the MVP again.
He is. Before we get into that, I say I hate watching the interviews and seeing how like low-key like how depressed he is with basketball. Like he just like hates it. And I'm like, bro, stop playing at this. Because like I understand, like I ain't knocking how you feel, anything like that. I'm like, but if you really feel that way, nobody making you play basketball, bro. Stop.
But where else he gonna get that type of moolah?
He already got that. Look, he already got that type of moolah. Make this your last contract. Get your ass on so you can live that quiet life that you want. Because I understand you on a whole nother continent, different country, far away from your family. You know what I'm saying? All damn year. Then you go into the postseason. You really don't even want to go to the postseason because you like, if I don't go, I get to go spend more time at home. You know what I'm saying? And look, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? I support him, and I just be like, look, I want big dude to be happy. Go be happy, bro. Go live your quiet life because he be on some.
It's
Real
hard
depression.
when you got so many people here that would die to be in his position.
Yeah.
Like you ain't even got to be the best on the team, but
Yeah.
just to be him. Not even
Or just to be in the NBA.
NBA, just to be in the NBA
I need
and
to be
play
that.
the game.
NBA.
Like so many people love the game of ball. Some people just love to play the game of ball, and it's like not only is you here taking up a spot, being one of the mainstream players, arguably the best player in the league, you over here ain't even enjoying what
Arguably
you
one
do.
of the best international players ever seen.
Yeah, you over here don't even want it. Like, hey.
I really wonder how other, like, Paul George be doing a lot of these little podcasts and be bringing some real motherfuckers on there. I really want them to have how do you feel about, like, let's get past the understanding piece. As someone who had to work to get into the NBA, to get to the level, being one of the very few who make it to that elite level, how do you view that when it's like constant? Like he's constantly on that. And I'm like, I respect the man. I understand him. I value his opinion and his feelings. But at the same time, like, you know how many people like giving they all to graze that opportunity?
Hey, what they say at the end of the day, skills pay the bills.
It do.
As
But
long as he ain't violating no NBA
no, what I'm saying
policy
is as another player, especially you had to grind to get to that level,
it's
how does that
frustrating.
make you feel when you see that?
Because you can't do nothing about it.
Because it's like taking that for granted. At any moment, this could be taken away from you. Think about the players who don't come back from injuries. Think about the players like Isaiah Thomas's who's screwed over by a franchise, and that's the end of their career. And they still got more to offer. You know what I'm saying? So it's hella players out. It's hella players out there. Like Carmelo Anthony would have kept playing if he ain't had to go through certain stuff. I guarantee he would have kept playing. So, but on to the pies. You know what I'm saying? Support to Jokic. On to the pies. My man's, like I said, you happy, you doing your thing. You just had another perfect triple-double. Another perfect triple-double.
26 points, 14 rebounds, 10 assists, 11 from the field. 1 for 1 from the 3-point line.
The 1 3 he threw up. That's all that matters.
He only had 3 free throws.
Yeah, I guess the referees were paying attention after that Warriors game. He took enough free throws for the next 3 games. They said, "Nah, you ain't getting no fouls this game, buddy."
Yeah, that's definitely a defeat. Did he have any turnovers that game?
That's what I'm looking to see right now, and I'm pretty sure he didn't.
That's a perfect right there.
Oh yeah. He had 3 turnovers. You know what's crazy? This the game that Josh set out. This was them versus the Grizzlies.
I think Jock definitely would have made Ja would have definitely made a difference. Frustration with Jokic.
He could have applied some pressure that would have kept them from losing by damn near 40.
Could have came and tried to yam on that boy.
Because you all know Jokic, you get into Jokic's mind, you take him out the game. That's the thing about him and Luka. Him and Luka, great players. You know what I'm saying? I think those are like unicorn players. Like they don't get that respect.
Better with that this year.
He is better this year. He got less tests.
Better.
You know what I'm saying? But I think his home is a happier place. The Mavs that's a happier place.
Nah, I think it's because he had a baby now, so he got that.
I mean, it's that
maturity.
too. But if you look at the Mavs in the years before, players didn't want to be there. They always somebody on the trading block. I think now they like, this is who our team is. We made a lot of moves. We got people who want to be here, and this is what it is. So I think, you know what I'm saying, you know, congratulations to him, baby girl, you know.
Maturity a little bit can help with that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's only him and Wilt that did this 3. This is 3rd triple-double. That's perfect. Only him and Wilt did something like this.
Yeah, but I feel like sometimes, I mean, not to take away from the feat, because that isn't a major accomplishment, but every little thing that this man do, they glorify.
But hold on, this big. This ain't like the LeBron James. LeBron James that took the most steps in the NBA game. Like that's the stuff they were doing for LeBron. This ain't like that. This big. Triple-double.
Like I said, not to take away from it. But they
don't just say anything for the man Jokic, man. This is
when it come to an MVP debate, he's very deserving, top 2, top 3. But they gonna come up with something. Because this man, it's good that he did what he did, because he's been in a slump that should definitely take him out of top 3 MVP candidate. But you know, you do something like that, put you right back into the mix. Put you
right back into the mix. Out this.
That's what I'm saying.
Somebody to run up in there.
Joel Embiid out. You got Jason Tatum putting up solid numbers. Giannis putting up solid numbers. Luka putting up solid numbers.
Yeah.
You know, those are your MVP front runners.
Don't quit SGA. Learn them 3 letters.
It's SGA too. Them solid people. Like, them should be your top dogs for MVP this season. You talking
SGA got his team to having the 4th best record in the league behind the Celtics, the Bucks, and the NBA's finest, the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Man, we lost that game. But that's neither here nor there. Them boys been on a roll, though.
I knew y'all was gonna lose that game.
Them boys been on a roll.
But y'all bounced back beating my boys.
It don't even, I ain't gonna say it don't matter, but that Timberwolves win would have mattered more.
It would have did something for y'all confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So enough.
But shout out to Jokic, like the angry group that can play ball. I don't want to play.
That man Lil Key be like Eeyore.
I don't want to play. Y'all don't want to see me on that court though. Man. Let's get into the Real Tyrese.
My favorite segment. Say it again.
Hey man, at this rate, like you said, if this man stays healthy, not only is he gonna beat John Stockton's record, he gonna demolish it. Because John Stockton only got the record because of longevity and consistency. John Stockton was not putting up 20 assist games like this. This man do it so effortlessly.
I remember when we did the calculations, I think he had the average about 11 assists for his career, somewhere around 11 in a healthy career. I don't think that's going to be a problem.
He's going to demolish that record with stuff like this. Like, he make it look so easy. Like, so easy.
The man that came through, for y'all don't know, against the Bulls, 21 points, 20 assists, 0 turnover. We done seen this man have 50 plus assists before with 0 turnovers. He's done this before. And in 2 games, he done put up 40 plus assists, only had 2 turnovers. Hey. So against the Bulls, what?
Just imagine if he had a real scorer, go getter
Yeah,
on his team that he could drop. Imagine if he had a Giannis or
Durant,
a Steph or somebody that he could drop it off to that
a
you know was
Bradley Beal,
a
a Devin
guaranteed
Booker.
bucket. Anybody that's a guaranteed bucket.
Yeah, yeah.
Boy, boy, when your number two is a Miles Turner who ain't a scorer, like
Nope.
what?
Hell, man,
What?
Quell and I was arguing about this the other day. They ain't got no damn prolific scores on their
They don't
team.
have nothing.
No.
And for him to
Prolific, they
make
ain't got no scores. Think if he had Ant.
period.
Think if he had
Right.
Ant.
Exactly. Somebody he could dump it to that's a guaranteed bucket. Shoo.
So he did that and followed up against the Raptors with 22 points, 23 assists, and only 2 turnovers. So the man and his assist to
Oh,
turnover ratio is like 10 assists. For every 10 assists, he get a turnover pretty much. And it's more than 10. It's like damn near for every 11 assists, he get a turnover. That's pretty much where he at right now. That is a hell of a ratio. And he joined Rare Company when he did what he did. When he did what he did, he joined Rare Company. With Chris Paul becoming the second player in NBA history to have a 20 assist game with 0 turnovers. And then when he did it again, he joined John Stockton and Magic Johnson. He joined that Rare Company of being the third player in NBA history to have consecutive 20-point game, 20 assist games. So that's some company to be in as a young player.
nah.
Chris Paul, arguably the point guard guy, that's what they call him, CP3, and then John Stockton and Magic Johnson, arguably the best point guard there ever been. That's good company. And we done seen a lot of amazing point guards. We done seen the fair share. Ain't none of them been in that company.
So John Stockton got 1,164 assists in a single season. So I'm trying to see if that's going to possibly be beaten by a Tyrese Halliburton. But
That could be a giveaway.
but John Stockton did have a Karl Malone to dump it to. And
Yeah.
that was back in the 90-91 season.
Even with that being said, look at this. How many games he started off the season damn near getting 15 assists every game.
Yeah, John Stockton was averaging 14 and a half that season. He was on the turf.
With a Karl Malone. We know
to dump it
Karl
to.
Malone.
Ain't nobody even close.
Nope.
Nobody even close. Karl Malone, what? Number 3 all-time scorer?
Yeah. He was number 2. He only number 3 because of LeBron.
Mm-hmm. It's like, stop playing with that boy. But yeah, that's crazy. That's nice to see history.
The real Tyrese, right? No, baby boy ain't got shit on him. You know what I'm saying? Maxi balling. We ain't gonna take that away from Maxi.
Yeah, I'm saying
he balling. But so has he earned? Because I be sending y'all my all-star picks every day. I be throwing my picks out there. Is he earning the spot to be voted an all-star starter? Not there yet.
Well, he is on the East.
Mm-hmm. But you got D. Lil, Tyrese Maxey, Brunson. You got at least them 3 in front of him.
It's a popularity contest too, so
and it's in Indiana.
Yeah, but the only person that I could see that's a guaranteed shoe-in before him is probably Dame.
He got Donovan Mitchell too.
But he's been quiet this year.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't been making noise like Tyrese have.
Mm-mm.
And Maxey still sits behind Joel Embiid, even though he's in a whole nother realm of skill set and what he's been doing this year compared to the last 2 seasons. So I still see Dame. And then, I could see Dame and Tyrese starting. That wouldn't be a surprise.
Okay.
Jalen Brunson coming right off behind them at 3.
Or even Brunson and Tyrese Halliburton.
I see Dame starting still.
because of
But
popularity.
yeah, I see Dame starting, but I see Dame and Tyrese starting. Like I
Okay.
wouldn't be surprised.
I'll make sure I put that pick in tonight.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm thinking of because LaMelo been hurt. Like
Yeah.
ain't nobody besides Brunson.
I mean, Trey Young been balling, but you don't know too much about it because they've been losing. I know they hurt from that John Collins trade.
Trey Young too, but he gonna be on the team. But
I don't know. I don't know.
you don't think Trey Young gonna make it?
If you put Halliburton in 1 and D Lil at 2, you still gotta look for space for Brunson and Maxey because they playing their ass off. And then you still got players like Mitchell out there.
I mean, it's been a struggle year for him. So I still see Trey Young way before Mitchell. I see Trey Young before Mitchell, but yeah, that's definitely his star position. It's a good thing he ain't in the West. Because then you have to be sitting up there arguing.
If he's in the West,
it's a
he
good,
ain't.
it's a good thing he
If
ain't in
he's in the
no
West, he one of them players that's pushing Jamal Murray a little bit further to the wrong end of the bench.
Yeah, right. So yeah, I see him starting. I don't see nobody. Y'all drop in the comments who y'all gonna think. Who y'all think gonna get it? Hey, that's another giveaway idea right there coming to my head.
What's that?
Seeing who gonna be the starters for the All-Star game. Predictions of the starters.
We could do that.
Another giveaway.
We could do that.
Thinking that. Y'all stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that.
But that'll be for like February.
Yeah. It's already January. We're getting there. Time is flying. Time is a flying.
The year Kobe.
All right. Shout out to Mr. Tyrese. We got this.
The real Tyrese.
Yeah.
That's I know crazy. You hate that.
That's crazy though. Nah. Hey, don't sleep on Maxey. His time is coming. His time is coming. But let's get into them Raptors and Knicks. I don't think you like this trade, do you?
Me? I like the trade. Me and Quell arguing about it yesterday. I had to get up under his skin yesterday. Because he feels like it's stupid for the Knicks. He thinks that the Knicks are worse off having this trade by getting OG. Because they got OG and they got Precious too. And what's his name? Malachi. I think that's his name. Malachi Flynn. They got another point guard. But I think this works because now they get a perimeter player. But Quell says that defense ain't. He's like, defense is overrated in the NBA. OG ain't stopping nobody. And I'm like, but with real all-stars and superstars, ain't nobody really stopping them. All you do is you look to frustrate them and slow them down. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's rare games when you keep a Steph to 9, but is there really a defense, or is that Steph just missing shots? You know what I'm saying? There's a game when you get a LeBron James with potentially 8 turnovers, but you know what I'm saying? You don't necessarily stop LeBron James, And that's why I was trying to get him to understand, like, OG is going to go out there, and now they have a real perimeter wing. And every team who goes and they win, you got to have somebody on a wing, whether they are that great of a scorer or that great of a defender or both. So what I said was he's perimeter defense, and anything extra he gives you is just that. Them points he scored, he gonna give you between 10 to 20 points. That's extra. You don't have him there to be your first option, your second option, maybe not even your third option. And then the rebounds, he gonna give you extra, even if it's 4 rebounds, he give you extra rebounds. So Quell was like, no, don't nobody play all this other stuff. So he said it's stupid. I think it's a good thing for the Raptors. They got a point guard in RJ Barrett. A little hustle player. I don't really know where Manuel quickly fall in. He fortifies their bench, but they already had that. But I think it's good. It's good. It's good for them. What you think?
I think they doing that trying to prepare for playoff runs in the East, because you got to think about it. The best team in the NBA and the best team in the East
or the best teams in the East
got really good wing players. You got Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. You got to get through them to get to the NBA
Or
Finals.
you got Chris Middleton and Giannis.
You got to get through the Celtics. Like, in order to get through the Celtics, in order to compete with the Bucks,
Or you
you
got
need
Jimmy
somebody.
Butler on the Heat.
You need somebody that can help defend those
Yes.
positions.
May
And
not
OG,
stop them. May not shut them down.
you can't shut them down because they wouldn't be who they are if you could
Exactly.
shut them down. You cannot shut down Jason Tatum. You cannot shut down Giannis. Those are top 5 MVP guys every year, in and out. You ain't stopping them. But to have somebody to help contain them in a 7-game series, to frustrate them, to give yourself a chance, to give you a chance to stop playoff Jimmy Butler, like to give yourself that, you got that player now who's not scared to go out there and defend them. Because RJ Barrett ain't finna do it. What you call it? Quickly ain't finna do it.
No.
They not finna stop
They pretty
Jason
much
Tatum.
gonna play one end of the floor. But
yeah.
the other plus to it is RJ Barrett just went home. He from Canada. He went home. I know Jokic wish he could go. Jokic wish they had an NBA team for his country.
So, I mean, I think it's a more strategic move as far as coming down to the nitty gritty of trying to make a run in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's good for them. They still need to probably add some more pieces to become that solid team. They ain't got the money for it, what they giving Brunson and all of that. But when you got somebody like OG that can defend and take that pressure off that Julius Randle supposed to be doing, they don't always do it. And Brunson, who lacks the size, who puts all his energy on the offensive side, trying to give you 40 every night, he ain't really stopping nobody defensively wise. You got somebody that can help defend, which is what they need. And like you said, everything else he do is a plus. I think the Knicks actually win.
That's what I thought. That's why I wish Quell was here tonight. He
I
had
think
a whole heap of stuff to say. He thought that was the dumbest thing the Knicks could do. But it also gives them, let's say it don't work, it gives them a trade asset. That's what it gives them. A lot of people, the Warriors would take a player like that. The Mavericks would take a player like that. Yes, everybody wants a wing defender.
That's our Michael Finley back. That's our Michael Finley back.
Yeah, like you got to think. Look at how many wing defenders the Lakers have. I said they got a bunch of Trevor Arizas because wing defenders are key. They're key. So I like that. I like that trade, and I can't wait to see what it amounts to.
He ain't played yet, huh?
No, I ain't played yet. But the Raptors are the team that helped the Detroit Pistons snap the 28-game skid. They didn't have OG that game.
Right. He would have slowed Cunningham down.
Oh, yeah.
He would have frustrated enough to stop him from winning for 2. You know what I'm saying? OG can defend. Like, he's a defender. So
that's what I said. He said, man.
He can defend. So
yeah, with Quill.
Shout out to both teams.
This little last piece.
I think the Raptors is probably trying to rebuild though. I think they finna.
Yeah, because that Kawhi thing after Kawhi, you already lost DeRozan, Kyle Lowry out the window, Fred VanVleet just left. Yeah.
I think they close the shop. Once Siakam gone up out of there, that's a wrap. I think they finna clean it up and start afresh.
Yeah.
Who knows? Or make cap space, I think. They finna try.
They did that with him.
So, all right, let's talk about y'all boys.
Man, I'm a fan through and through, but they be pissing me off.
Shout out to the Mavs
for doing that.
For giving them that.
I called you. You ain't answer when I called. And I was happy as hell you ain't answer because then we got an answer after that. I said, I'm happy you ain't answer. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? Your boy frustrated.
I'm frustrated watching them play. They don't. Steph Curry back to just hoisting up threes. Like, play basketball. Clay back to shooting any and every damn shot. Like, you had 5 games, even the 2 of the games where we lost. Like, but the first one we lost, you still shot cool. I think you had 20-some points that game. You shot cool. You back to just shooting anything. Like, just playing like ass. And we wonder why we losing. Steph Curry struggles. He scored 20. You scored 25 points, bro. That's them containing you, Steph. That's what containing Steph looks like. The game before that, what you had? 8 points? 17 points? You've been struggling, bro. Like, you have been struggling. And it's because you don't play basketball. You get out there, you just throw shit up. That's it. That's it. You just throw shit up like you hungover and you nauseated. It's pissing me off. And I just say, at what point do we start to blame Steve Kerr? At what point? Because
Hey, I just want to say, when did y'all become, to y'all standard, not NBA standard, but to y'all standard, when did y'all become such a bad free throw shooting team?
It's like, either we don't get to the free throw line or we miss when we go, we don't capitalize.
Y'all had like 2 or 3 players that all shot over 90% for years.
Now we only got one. Klay Thompson ain't that.
I know.
Jordan Poole gone, but we got Chris Paul. But they don't know how to draw. They don't know how to draw fouls. Steph Curry too busy going away from the foul instead of taking it to their chest. Watch drilling videos. They tell you, take it to the defender. Stop avoiding the defender. He's avoiding the defender. That's the issue. Take it to their chest. We got a Wiggins. You want to be aggressive here and there. Like, you got to be aggressive every game. Kuminga, you got to be. Why Moody ain't play yesterday? Because Gary Payton came back? No. Moody still should have been in the lineup. I would rather have Moody out there. Start Moody. Stop. Why are we starting Chris Paul? Why did we start Trace Jackson Davis yesterday over Looney? Hey, you doing what you balling. We don't take Looney out the starting lineup. No. You put Trace Jackson Davis, you have him coming off the bench running with SARS like you had been doing. When we going to blame Kerr? Why didn't you have Moody out there on the court last night? He going to play defense. He going to take quality shots. Everything that Clay can't do, apparently.
Y'all let that boy Lively get 14 on y'all.
Boy, and that's I kept saying, if you recall, I kept saying, man, I want Derek Lively. That's all I kept saying last year. And then I seen the Thunder pull him, fucking punks, and then gonna trade him to the Mavs. Even worse.
They had to. But that's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all let that boy get 14 of them on y'all.
Are you blaming Kerr? Do you think Kerr should take some of this? He talking about we ain't got no grit. When you gonna coach?
He should have been gone. Like, he lost his mojo long time.
He should have been. Like, 2024 better get Kerr up out of there if he don't turn this shit around. Ain't no way we should be playing like that. Clay, you better get the ball and you're gonna be on the bench with Wiggins.
Why would he start Chris Paul, a small guy, against
that
Luka?
Lineup?
Against
who gonna guard Luka at that point?
Luka is 6'7", 290 pounds.
We need the more the merrier to guard Luka. We needed Kuminga and Wiggins and Clay out there at the same time, and we needed Dre off suspension. What are you doing?
He put Chris Paul,
and then let Exum and Hardaway go off.
He said, go get him, Tiger. Chris Paul, I know you're 40 years old, but go get him.
Pat Bev said traffic cone.
He said, go get him. Y'all let that boy get 39, 10.
Happy New Year, y'all. Top of the key. Steve Kerr, Ward, y'all pissing me off. Still a fan. Y'all pissing me off.
He's straight.
You talk ready? Hope you patch shit up with God, cause we gon' bless you. Let it burn, you gon' get it back. These just my confession. Stay in traffic, can't get picked off like no shit and duck. Keep one in the tuck. Wife be mad, but bet she still gon'